Topic: Information and intelligence gathering. Security operation has its tools, approaches, and methods. Consequently, intelligence gathering is one of the important security operation methods. Intelligence in security operation is not same thing as intelligent quotient in branch of psychology. Security intelligence is an end product of usable and useful facts extracted from raw information in a refined manner and packaged on delivery to decision maker for sundry or particular security task. Information is tales or stories that may or not have any probative value for security operations in its raw state or face value. Important information can be obtained through the following methods. Traditional method. 2. Technological method. 3. Covert or secret method. 4. Open method. In each method, where national security is concerned, individual right or privacy will be whittled down for the supreme interest of the state and national security lawfully. Usually, human sources for information or intelligence can be collected through the following means. Namely, eavesdropping. 2. Natural surveillance. 3. Artificial intelligence. 4. Espionage or spying. V. Courier. VI. Interrogation. 7. Exude or gate. Body language. Subject of subjective interpretation. 8. Torture. Not ideal in all cases as to the degree of application. Information theft and hacking. Undercover participation. Agent and moles. XI. Secret writing and signal. Cryptology and stenography. 12. Walk-ins. Voluntary informants. Whistleblower, etc. 13. Election and political campaigning at all levels. 14. Aggregation and meetings of all shades. 15. Publications in whatever medium, means, and style. Sex trap. Sex has brought down powerful men and nations. The list is endless. Other means of gathering intelligence include internet, newspapers, publications, journals, treaties, data, classified and unclassified documents, members of general public beer parlor, markets, hospitals, schools, courts, and so on. Intelligence gathering are in layers depending on the task or issue in question, which will come under one canopy of the underlisted intelligence pillars, namely, I. Security intelligence. 2. Criminal intelligence. 3. National security intelligence. 4. Homeland or interior security intelligence. V. Diplomatic or external security intelligence. VOR. Strategic security intelligence. 7. Tactical intelligence. Counterintelligence. Counterterrorism intelligence. Intelligence failure. Information warfare. New concept in intelligence. 12. Espionage and so on. Human efforts and capacity to gather information or intelligence are complemented by the artificial intelligence through technology or security devices. Artificial intelligence is legion as exemplified by the following. 1. The computer. 2. Scanning devices. 3. Bugging system. 4. Hidden ADRS devices, automatic data recognition. 5. Biometric authentication. 6. Aerial surveillance, SAT, radar surveillance. Explosive detection devices, Montage drone. 10. High-definition camera and video recorder for unauthorized intrusion to steal pictorial information. 11. CCTV. 12. Electromagnetic intelligence. 13. Chemical or biology intelligence. Nuclear intelligence. 15th GPS tracking. Radars. GSM. The list can be elongated, but these are few illustrations on various methods to source and gather information or intelligences for security operation purposes. What is intelligence report writing? Intelligence report writing is the putting down on paper your findings from the field in such a way that an action can be taken, either to stop it or minimize it. Again, a good intelligence report should contain the 5 W and 1 H. The 5 W's are who, what, when, why, and how. WHO stands for the principal parties to the plan or offense. What stands for the offense committed or the intended plans to execute. When stands for the time they want to execute the plans. Where stands for either the place suspect will meet or the place they want to go for operation. Intelligence cycle dissemination. Dissemination in practical terms is the timely conveyance of intelligence in an appropriate form and by any suitable means to those who need it. The manner and form of disseminating is governed by the following principle. A. Timeless. Speed of dissemination is essential to ensure that intelligence is received in good time to be of use. B. Accuracy. All facts which are reported must be checked carefully in assessment of their accuracy given. C. Brevity. Reports must be kept as brief, but at the same time includes everything that the recipient needs to know. D. Interpretation. Whenever possible, all facts must be correctly evaluated and their significance interpreted before dissemination. In all, distinction must be made between established facts and the deductions made from them. E. Standardization. Reports are understood more quickly if they are laid out in a logical sequence, convenient in standard headings. Qualities of intelligence report. The nomenclature, intelligence officer, is very self-explanatory. It just has no room for dummies. It is indeed a tasking and challenging job. People saddled with this heavy responsibility must essentially, apart from being mentally alert and educationally sound, also possess good qualities of leadership. They must be transparently honest, hardworking, dedicated, loyal, truthful, dependable, and reliable, and poses a deep sense of responsibility. Besides, they must not be talkative or loquacious, must be humble and not bullies, and must be very secretive and security conscious at all times. They must not be involved in gossips and character assassination. The relationship with the intelligence officer with other members of the force, like the Security Intelligence Bureau, SIB, whose functions is to also gather intelligence on security matters, must be cordial. All form of egotism, pomposity, or ostentatious propensities towards any member of the force or general public must be eschewed. Uses of intelligence report. The consumers of intelligence information employ the various intelligence product and service to make plans and implement policies regarding A. Foreign relation. Foreign relation deal with issue of diplomatic relations with other nations. For example, where ambassadors, high commissioners should consult charges d'affaires and defense advisor be posted. B. National economy. Nigeria needs intelligence information about international economics trends as they affect her economy. C. National security. Intelligence information on security situations within and outside the country is required in formulating national defense policy, internal trade policies, national border security policy, relevant security policies, etc. Intelligence gathering and investigations. Generally, frauds and forgeries are outright theft, and they constitute the two major crimes in Nigeria that shake the very foundations of both business and government more than any other crimes. People easily turn fraudsters when their premeditated intentions or motives fit into an ample opportunity. These motives ranges from greed, lack of cash, or revenge, to a sense of ownership of the stolen property or of having earned it. Fraudsters often derive that courage or rather false sense of security in perpetrating their heinous acts from an apparent lack of real deterrent or little chance of discovery, or because there are loopholes in the rules. The shocking collapse and failure of many banks within the past few years in this country largely owes itself to the devastation double crimes or fraud or forgeries. Fraudsters and victims of fraud. It is most pertinent and vital for the intelligence officer or investigator to really know the person that commit fraud. This knowledge will equip him enough to meet the challenges the fraudster may pose during fraud investigation. 4 major categories can be identified. These are employees of banks and financial institutions. 2. Management of banks and financial institutions. 3. External fraudsters. And 4. Others that do not fall into any of the other 3 categories. Intelligence research. Generally speaking, intelligence is the functional ability to learn or understand things. In professional security circles, it bothers on ability to decode and decipher acts like subversion, sabotage, espionage, and such other ancillaries. Research in its general sense is that painstaking, methodical, and logical exercise of inquiring and probing into issue, in matters with the sole aim of discovering knowledge, facts, and disseminating same for societal enlightenment and information.